What's up, everyone? This is the Fraser LeVay podcast with Uncle Blazo. We are back after a holiday hiatus. I have my busiest few weeks of the year and also moving countries, and I don't want to hear about Blaze and all his Patriots love, so I try to avoid him for as long as possible. Um, it's January 22nd. We're going to talk about more evergreen content like teams going in the offseason, one burning question or a couple of questions for each team. Then, of course, we'll address the playoff games and at the end, some Super Bowl and conference championships and all that. But yeah, I'm happy we can do this again finally.
Awesome. Let's not say though, because there is quite a time range about where I haven't been on, so we can't just put it on the Patriots being in the playoffs. A good buddy pointed this out to me. Actually, they're like, Fraser hasn't had you on since his hero Patrick Mahomes was eliminated from the playoffs in the prime of his career with like 4 weeks left of the season. He hasn't had you on. And I was like, oh really? Does that timeline match up? I don't know. There's no way that Fraser thinks that I would ever rub that in, especially since he's usually the one leading the charge, trying to compare him to the GOAT Tom Brady or anything.
Compare him to Tom Brady,
but certainly tried to sneak that in every now and then.
No.
Oh, better watch out. Eliminated from the playoffs in the prime of his career. Like,
yeah, it's not great.
There was like 3 weeks left. Like,
yeah.
So anyway, that's someone noticed it. It was our buddy Bins who actually pointed that out. He's like,
I mean, torn ACL, just limping around, trying to do everything he can.
No. You were already out when that happened.
Just such a hero. Oh my God. You know what, Blaze? It was just watching him out there struggle.
Yeah, struggle. I am actually starting to wonder if that ACL is even real. I think they're just doing that so that it's like an excuse.
Here we go. Well, if you're comparing Mahomes to Brady, I think Mahomes is absolutely better because the same years they tore ligaments in their knee, Mahomes had a way better winning percentage and winning record. So, I mean,
more yards, more touchdowns for sure.
More touchdowns.
Everything.
He had a way better year than fucking Brady's shitty ACL year.
But I think at the time Brady might have been 2 for 2 on the season, so 50%.
Yeah, completion was better as QBR.
Yeah, amazing QBR.
I mean, also
the wild stuff that's been happening, like the people that like started the season, and there's like no Mahomes, no Lamar, no Joe. Like it's nuts. It's just a crazy year in the NFL, and it's fantastic. Love it.
Yeah, I mean, you've watched the NFL closer for longer than I have. Is there, anything like this? Like the Brady season, he tore his ACL. Who was in the final? Was that Breeze's year or Rodgers' year?
That was either the Breeze year or that was I think it was Steelers Cardinals.
Cardinals?
Yeah. But I mean,
yeah, which that was weird because
everyone else made it. Like Ben made it and Peyton made it. And for a year, just like going back, I don't imagine there was a time where like Aikman and Young and Favre were all out of the playoffs at the same time. Like it's just wild to see that it happened. But I know it's a parody of the NFL, and I couldn't be happier about it. You just never truly know what's going to happen in these games, and you've seen it in the playoffs. Games have been incredible outside of the Seahawks Niners. So I think it's great. I think it's designed for parody, and it's working.
No, absolutely. I mean, college football we're seeing too, with obviously Indiana just winning, which we'll talk about, and all the other teams kind of coming up instead of just, which I told you, we've talked about this before, but like with college, I stopped watching like 10 years ago for 5-6 years because it was just like Alabama, LSU, Ohio State, Alabama. Like it was just Texas Tech had no chance. Indiana had no chance. Miami had no chance. And now we finally, teams with like tier 2 schools can watch again.
Yeah. And I think we predicted this too a while back because as soon as you can start throwing the NIL money, the 4 and 5 stars aren't staying, if they're 3 deep on the depth chart at Alabama anymore. The D linemen, they're, and sitting waiting for 1 year to play and then go to the NFL. Like they're saying, well, no, I can go to Miami, I can go to Texas Tech, get paid and be on the field. So why am I going to sit around here and not do anything? So those teams have lost that advantage, and I think the sport's better for it. There's a lot of holes like this. The transfer was too much. They got to get a handle on that. But the way that you're right, that it's opened up to more teams, I think is fantastic for the sport.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, who on earth had a Miami Indiana national final?
Zero people.
Someone made a lot of money. Yeah.
Zero. It would have been 1,000,000 to 1 odds at the end of the year, probably, if you bet that. Like,
Yeah.
and great stories too, right? Like even a kid like Mendoza,
Yeah.
he grew up in Miami. He wanted to go to Miami. We wanted to walk on. They're like, nah. They
Yeah.
tried Florida International, Florida Atlantic, all the schools down around there, and there's like no one wanted him. And kind of last ditch effort, he goes up to Cal, and then they, try to replace him, and he goes to Indiana. And look at the guy, like he's gonna be the #1 pick now. And
Yeah, shit. I mean, even Cam Ward, same thing, right? Like, if without this kind of stuff, he wouldn't be Cam Ward.
Right? He went to Incarnate Word. I couldn't even point that out on a map. I think it's in Texas somewhere, but
Yeah, I think San Antonio. I only know that because Texas.
Yeah. So no, I think it's awesome. And it's the more kids that are getting an opportunity. I just hope that they can get this portal thing on under wraps, because it's free agency every single year. I think it's biting enough kids in the ass now that it might change things. The numbers are pretty staggering on how many enter the portal and how many are now basically sitting on the outside of a musical chairs thing. And so I think people are going to start to get a little bit of gun shy and realize, okay, if you're not like a cream of the crop player that's going to get big money, just be happy where you
are. Yeah, and what was I going to say? I think they do a good job. The college football is like last year they made some changes right to the playoff. I assume this year they'll make some changes. So it's never going to be perfect. I think everyone bashes on the college football playoff committee. But as we said, this is the best year in college football in terms of watching Indiana, Miami, all this stuff, watching Mendoza. So hopefully I think they've done a good job of, all right, here's how we can tinker and make it better versus it just being a crapshoot before this kind of stuff,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of work for that committee. I thought they made some pretty horseshit decisions this year, but I mean, what it is when you leave it up to a committee,
wasn't it the rules that made the JMU and the who's the other shit school that shouldn't have been in, right? Because obviously you didn't want Miami to be in, you want Notre Dame to be in, but it made sense Miami being in.
Fine. We lost to Miami, so I was okay with that. I didn't want Alabama to be in or Oklahoma. Like they weren't that good. I knew they weren't that good, and then they got just dog walked. And
but they still beat the first teams, right? Like Alabama still made the second round, so I'd rather have them in than the JMU and the other.
Yeah, the JMU and who was the other one? Yeah, some other scrub school that never should have been there.
Exactly.
They made good money, although it would have made huge money betting on them, except for Oregon put on all their fourth stringers in the second half, and then JMU suddenly lit it up, and they had got that late. The grossest
killed me
ever, right? Like, so it wasn't even good for betting purposes. The other one, Ole Miss beat Tulane. Ole Miss beat Tulane by 100. Like they'd already beaten them by 40 points earlier in the year, and then they put them in there again. Like, and you're right. And the lines that they had to work with, and they had to put those in. So hopefully that gets changed. But I think there's a deadline. It might even be tomorrow. I think there's the deadline to possibly see if they're going to make it 16 or if they're going to leave it as is.
Yeah. I mean, I hope they keep it as is. I think the amount is perfect, or else then we start looking at the games during the season don't matter. Like, for instance, just use Texas Tech. Like the Big 12 national final wouldn't matter because most likely maybe one gets in. Where now that was like a do or die. That was a playoff game, with BYU and Texas Tech, for instance. And there's many more other options like that kind of thing. Like we probably would have seen with 16 teams, we would have seen Duke in because Duke won the ACC, and they would have had to at that point, So,
and you know what though?
I love 12
like that, and that's the fault of it is like Duke won their conference at least, and it's a better conference than the Sun Belt or wherever the hell that those other schools were playing in. I mean, it's true they had a team in the national championship game from the ACC, so like it was fun. We poke fun at it for being the weak sister. It was still better than the other ones, there's lots to clean up, but like you said, they keep changing it every year and they keep tinkering with it. So hopefully they're going to get to where they need to be. The reason I think they might go 16 is I think they love those first round games on campus, man. Like and does that then get them, just get some more of that, and more teams hosting. Maybe you do it for the first 2 rounds. Who knows? But like those games are electric. I thought they were fantastic.
And more money. I mean, that's they just want more. Yeah,
that's true.
Tons more money.
That's right.
Yeah. I just think it would water down the regular season a bit. It'd still be cool, but also I think moving. We're not new to talk about this, but moving the the final earlier? Like, why are we watching this game last week versus like we can push this all into December and maybe start of January?
Totally. It was wild because even, and you know me, I've loved college football more than the NFL, even going back to when I was like a kid. I've just always loved it. And
Mm,
I was at the point of like, oh yeah, there's still one more game left, but I'd kind of not checked out, but I wasn't excited. I should have been. I mean, there's these huge long breaks, and then from the semifinal to the final, there's another 9 days. It's like I get it. You don't want
yeah.
to do with the NFL on the weekend, so but adjust it somehow. Like maybe
Hmm.
once they leave that Thursday night window, maybe that's your time, or
Yeah.
something, because it's just too long, and it messes
Yeah.
up
No,
all the portal
absolutely.
stuff, and that's yeah,
The portal
yeah,
stuff is weird, definitely.
it's so weird. You got guys that are
Like, how
getting
can Old Miss? I think we talked about this on the last one. Like, how can Old Miss go into a playoff game without their coach? That's so stupid. That's the dumbest thing on earth. Like,
right.
they could have won a national championship game, hypothetically, or a national
Yeah,
championship.
yeah, they made it to the
Yeah,
semifinal.
exactly.
Which I do love
Uh,
that they actually had some success and won a couple playoff games.
oh
Just
yeah.
get right in Lane Kiffin's face. Like that guy he's a bad
I don't understand how. Like, I just saw yesterday LSU landed a giant recruit, and I'm like, did these people like who'd want to go there unless your parents were big LSU people and like you grew up there and you always watched them. I totally get it, but
yeah.
like, why would you want to go play? You have options to go everywhere. I guess money helps a little bit more too. But if I had to pick between one or the other, same money, same starting gig, everything, I don't know why you'd want to go with that guy.
Yeah. I know he's a hell of a salesman, obviously. But
Hmm.
like I love the shot when they were talking to the Washington quarterback and there was the kid announces that he was going to LSU. Meanwhile, Lane's at the basketball game with the ASU kid. Like it's just
Yeah.
so easy. You know what I mean? Like, fine, I get it. You're gonna be recruiting different kids, and it's gonna happen. But like, you don't be fucking out. Like, you're taking the kid out to the basketball game because you think he's coming, and then you're like sitting on your phone texting with your side piece.
Yeah.
Like, there's got to be some
What?
sort of decorum.
His wife needs to be like, oh, it seems a little
Yeah,
peculiar.
yeah.
He does it with me on
You're really
dinner.
good at doing this. Hey, you're really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many other? I don't think that's any surprise either. It sounds like he's pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Well, promiscuity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad human.
Um,
Human. And it was great that good for the University of Washington. Stand up to them to be like,
mm,
no, like you signed your NIL deal.
mm,
Get it. You're going to miss out on more money there, but like you signed the deal. We're holding you to it. And
yeah.
yeah, more schools are going to need to do it. Some people come out and say the other side of that is, well, no one's going to sign with you now if you won't let kids have freedom. I'm like, well, okay, well, like,
Yeah.
you want kids like that anyway? Like,
Exactly.
yeah, so,
No, absolutely agree. I was looking into it because like the Matador Club is Texas Tech's booster club.
yeah,
I guess they don't get money back; it's illegal. But I just wonder, is there like sleazy behind backdoor stuff? Like, let's say the Matador Club just keeps on getting more and more
yes,
money, right? And they paid for a national, yeah, right. We paid for a playoff to make the playoffs, and that's all it was. Surely they want more than just I'm sure they get the nicest dinners. They get their own suite. I guess there's some little side non-direct cash
yeah,
kickbacks, but
for sure.
yeah, I
I love
wonder. I
it.
guess that's it.
Right to the start of your question because we're talking about college football, and you're like, should there side door sort deals and stuff like that, and sleaziness? I'm like, yeah. The answer is just
Yeah,
yes. It's all about backdoor and
yeah.
shady behavior. But that's what
And
wins.
then another question on that too, like the guy, whatever his name at Tech Stack, or really any booster, like they used to donate money to help. This is like this. We're not going to talk politics, but this gets a
Yeah,
little political in the essence of they used to donate money to their nonprofit for helping kids, and the starving. There's 25% food insecurity in the United States
yeah,
now. Millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions are going towards college football programs because it's a nonprofit that's a
yeah,
tax write-off, where
yeah.
it used to help starving kids. So it's like all of a sudden the USA in a nutshell, like more money going to more powerful white people or just powerful people in general,
Yeah.
and less money to helping
Well,
out the
a
lower.
lot
So,
of that money is
anyways,
at least going to some young black people now. So
yeah, yeah, exactly.
that's
At
about
least,
it. That's a
so
bonus.
interesting.
Yeah, I never really thought about that. You're right. That there's a lot of charitable money because I didn't realize that the alumni base for University of Indiana is enormous. They have like 800,000 alumni or something like that. Like it's one of the
Yeah.
biggest in the country, and so
Hmm.
you got to think all the money that those people have been donating up until these last few years sure as hell wasn't going to the football team. They had the worst football team in the
Exactly.
country. Like
Yeah.
literally the worst program for the last 100 years. So all those people were donating money somewhere, and it wasn't going to
Yeah.
football. So you're right.
No.
Like all those other people now are going, oh man, we used to get, you know,
Fed
Jimmy's just
clothes.
like $100,000 a year to feed kids, and now he's fucking buying a new corner for the football team. That sounds good.
Yeah. Which that was my whole thought. I was like, damn, like with
That's wild.
it seems the United States in general is just like the wealth gap is getting worse and worse and worse, and college football now is just that exact
Yeah,
thing.
they're going. But yeah,
Capitalism at
that's
its
a great
finest.
point. That's a great point because that school more than any. I mean, if
Hmm.
you're around Louisiana or something like that, you're used to them giving the football team. But yeah, for Indiana, this is a whole new thing.
Hmm.
And it was hilarious too
Yeah.
because it's like, oh, they have such a rabid fan base and they're filling all these stadiums, and it's like they
Oh,
showed games from 2 years ago. There
the
was like 400
worst,
people at their stadium. I'm like, well,
dude.
where were they then? Like, where were
I
they?
hate Indiana fans. It's so bad. Which I get like, because I lived in Indianapolis for I don't know 6 years, so I have a ton of Indiana friends,
Yeah,
and they're just you never hear about it until all of a sudden, oh the Colts they always support for the most part, but like the Pacers, two people I know who give a shit when they're not good. No one give a shit about Indiana football when they're not good. No one Indiana basketball. No one's going to games, but the second they're winning, oh, pictures from the stadium. We're here. I'm like, get the fuck out, you
yeah. And they're
bandwagon.
traveling like crazy. They're filling up like their bowl games, which is awesome. But it's like, well, because y'all have been saving money, you haven't bought tickets for your own field in fucking 18 years.
Yeah. And showing like the crowd shots, like the Miami is just like the Miami fans versus the
Yeah,
Indiana fans, just a bunch of
that's
like nerdy
pretty
white
stepped yeah.
boys. Yeah.
Yeah, certainly was a difference when they showed the fan bases. That was an interesting one.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's-
before we leave Indiana, though, uh, great trivia question. Well, not the trivia question, but just some stats for you. So, since the college football playoffs started, only been a couple of years, how many games has the mighty SEC won?
I don't know how many.
5. How many
What?
games have teams from the state of Indiana won?
Oh, probably like 5, 6. I figured I was gonna go 6, but that was too easy, so I
Yes,
went with the
that's
tie.
wild to think about. The football powerhouse state that is
Yeah.
Indiana.
Yeah, that is.
And yeah, the mighty SEC. That is
I mean, it's not really fair. You could probably go to Florida and say something similar-ish.
like what?
But yeah, I get your point.
It's
Texas is
Indiana.
a
Come
state.
on, man. Like,
Yeah, it is.
yeah.
Um, any other college stuff? I'm trying to think, wrap my brain around some other things, but we can.
You know what? Like, there's just because we're going to get into draft season, we're going to start talking quarterbacks and everything else like
Mm,
that. I saw a crazy stat the other day, and it was about Carson Beck, who I'm not sold on. I just don't think he's. I just think
mm,
he's a punk. Like, did you see the way he was acting on the side? Like, I just think he's a punk. Anyway,
mm.
um, he's in his career college total, and you can't take it away from him. The guy's been very successful. He's lost 6 games total.
Mm.
They've all been to good teams, but he's lost 6 games total. And every single one of them, the ball was in his
A
hands
pick.
at the end of the game.
Yeah. And I
Right?
think 5 of them were picks, right?
I think so. Yeah, 4 or 5
Yeah, you threw like
didn't get done.
5 or 4 or 5 game sealing picks, and he could have
Yeah.
won.
It's like, whoa. So I don't know if that's seems like a lot to be coincidence, or if there's just something to it. But
Yeah. It sounds like he could be the next Josh Allen.
oh, yikes! Poor Josh. Poor Josh.
Poor Josh. Yeah, well, before we get into Josh Allen, well, that Mendoza is going to be interesting because, like, I don't know. I guess Tom Brady looked like a little tiny, skinny guy, and Mendoza just doesn't look ish. But I mean, that run, he has a great mind. It seems a great heart for the game, which I think that's the number one thing we know you need to be a successful quarterback. Is like he cares. He's not going to be out chasing women in Vegas or anywhere where he goes.
No.
It's just like, I think it's the perfect, and he's a good size. And that run he had was unreal. Like, as you know, all my friends are Miami friends and alumni in our main group chat. And I was like, guys, like, if they win the game, you just kind of have to tip your hat. Like that was, you lose a game like that with a kid fucking doing that run. Oh my god! Like
Yeah. Yeah, it's good for Miami. They had a hell of a run in that. They battled their ass off in that game. But yeah,
mhm.
the Brady comparison is a good one because yeah, he does look, out there. He doesn't look like the biggest kid, but guy's 6'5", 230.
Yeah.
Runs well. He's got a hose for an arm, man. Like when he unleashes the ball, the spirals are tight, perfect. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot there, and he's super smart. It's
Mhm.
it's kind of the weirdest thing though. Like when you listen to his interviews,
Oh my
obviously
god.
I think I don't know if he's real or not. Like he looks like he maybe is AI in the interviews, and it's just like somebody's programmed it from a local church, like somewhere, and then he's gonna go to Vegas. Like,
Yeah.
can you think of a more of an opposite spot for a quarterback like him, and then to go to a city like Vegas? It's fascinating. Actually, I think it's fascinating. I think it's going to be.
It is going to be fascinating. And I think I nailed it as I was listening to it because I didn't see his first one, but I heard a lot of people talk about his like first big interview when they won the one game. And then I finally heard it in the national championship. And I'm like, oh my, he's like it's like you watch YouTube videos of just his Bible study group and then only Hulkamania, the Hulkster. Because he always was like, look at you, man. This is God, and we love it. And this is why I'm here. Eat your vegetables, and we're taking over, and no one cares. I'm like, he sounds like the Hulkster, but the nerdy Christian version.
How have you not told me this one before? That is amazing.
I was saving it for the pod. I think I typed it. I was like, no, wait.
Save it. That is absolutely fantastic. Like, and I think his first one must have been the Big Ten title game because before the Heisman, before he won. And in that interview, I'm going to go back and watch that one again. Now I have to.
Because everyone else getting interviewed like talks to the person, right? And they're like, "Hey, yeah, no," and he's like staring. He's like, "We're coming at you!"
Christian, me and the boys, because he seems like an incredible teammate. His teammates love him. He's all about the boys. I even heard he was up and said, he's not like he's not. He's a pretty clean cut guy, but he said they, can't wait to get back from the trips and go out for beers with the boys. And yeah, so he seems just like great TV. But you're so right about he's just cutting a promo into the wrestling camera every time.
This is so weird. It's like he's mild mannered, and then all of a sudden the lights are like, "Oh, you tell you what, we're coming, my boys." God.
We need to do everything we can to get that comparison just out into the world even more, so that when he gets drafted, and that he like basically hugs Raj and throws him to the side, just goes and grabs the mic. Let me tell you what, people. Just go off the draft. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, I was like, what does he remind me of? And I was like, oh my god, he's fucking the Hulkster.
He is, and he's climbing the list. That climbs him even higher up my favorite quarterback in college list. So good.
But yeah, it was so. I guess a couple more things on college football too. But the draft, like, no one has been worse than everyone in the media, us, for like the mock draft last summer. It's like, actually, one mock person, I need to find out who it was. They had Fernando Mendoza go number 1 overall, and that's why I placed my Heisman bet for him, like a pick. It was,
really?
what, 100-1? And someone's like, Mendoza, number 1 overall pick. I was like, I'll put some money on that since he's like 100-1.
Wow.
So, yeah, I got to find out who that guy was. Maybe in CBS.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of.
But everyone else, like the Becks, what's his name at Penn State, and
Drew Nick. Yeah, I mean, I'm guilty as charged on that one. I thought that kid was like, he's got every physical tool you can imagine, but it just can't figure it out. Nick from Clemson.
Lenore Sellers was supposed to be top, and the Florida QB was supposed to be a top one, and it's wild.
Next year is going to be the crazy quarterback class.
Next year is going to be good. A lot of people saying this is. Go ahead.
Oh no, I do want to go back to the pod right at the start of the year, because I remember everybody was crushing Manning, and I'm just like, stop.
Yeah.
And you watch him at the end of the year, man. That kid is good. The kid is sure. You can play this back if I'm as wrong as everybody was this year. He's the number 1 pick whenever he decides to come out. If he came out this year, he'd be the number 1. So he's good.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. In this draft, a lot of people are talking about it's kind of a mediocre draft, not even just the quarterbacks. I think also love Texas Tech. Our defense was elite, but I mean, having a Texas Tech defensive player in the top 6, 7, I
Yeah,
don't know, it might
those
be an omen. It might be an omen. That's
six,
not too
seven,
good.
usually,
Yeah,
usually that'd be
yeah,
a protect defender. Round
yeah,
6. Oh wow, we really hit coverage this year. Yeah, 6
yeah.
overall.
Mm. And then I guess the top tight end prospect is it the Washington kid who would have been like the 12th tight end prospect last year, something like that. So
Well, no,
I don't
there's
know.
some good tight ends this year. I think
Okay.
maybe not Loveland, but
Mm.
the other guy. But there's some good tight ends this year.
Yeah. Yeah. I
You know
guess
what
we'll
though?
see.
If it's just like one of those drafts that's just deep and not a star power, then I won't mind picking 32nd.
Yeah. I guess so. I mean, there you go. Everything's coming up, Blazo.
Well, I guess it could also
uh,
be 29th, but like
yeah. We'll
let's hope
see.
not. Let's hope not.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's get into some NFL. I just have some quick notes before we go into team by team stuff.
Yeah.
This is just a weird thought. Yeah, there's no like answer. I just something I noticed. So the quarterback position in the NFL is the most coveted, high profile position in all sports, right? Like at least in the
Mhm.
United States and Canada. It's the number one, most important, all that kind of stuff. And it's so weird because I watched Phil Rivers do okay. And it's like, it's also the only position. How old is Rivers? 44, 45?
45, yeah.
It's the only position in sports that you could take a 45-year-old off the couch who hasn't played and he can perform at a decent level. Like you couldn't do that at wide receiver. You couldn't do that in the
No.
NBA. Like in the NBA, it would have to be a guy who's scoring 25 points a game to compare to like a quarterback, right? So
Yeah.
it's so bizarre. It's like the highest profile thing, but yeah, 45-year-old come off the couch, just come do it. And you'll be
Right.
okay.
It's wild. And it's I think it's because there's so much of the position. You could argue that there's a couple of pitchers in baseball that have pitched like early 40s that are still all right.
Mhm.
But I don't know. I think it's just the skill of throwing must be, and as a quarterback, it's just also the mental part of it. Like
Yeah.
it's more than the physical. That's the only way that Rivers is able to do it. Because if you watch him throw, like whew, there's not a lot of juice left in that arm, but he was still managing to get the ball to the right spot, and
Yeah.
inspiring. It's really inspiring.
It is. I mean, you could get out there. Maybe
Yeah.
not, but
No, don't joke.
CFL.
Actually, some of the boys were talking that we should just do one more tournament with all the old guys, and we'll just go to like a lower tournament and crank it
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Doing stuff from film,
Absolutely.
and
I think so.
picturing how.
I'm sure you could find some studs at like end, or like some stud younger rushers to add to the team,
Yeah,
and
no.
still
It
have
would
the
be
still
like
have
a
the meat of you.
7-on-7 variety. Nobody wanting anything to do with any contact.
Oh, fair. And the fantasy pool. I was gonna say I had my notes. I was like, I'm glad I did do an NFL fantasy pool for the playoffs, which I love. They're my favorite pools.
Yeah.
But I was so busy and just like I just went to start doing it, and I was like, all right, like I'm not even calculating who could make it, and I just stopped. But apparently it went through, and
Yeah.
I thought I just closed out the window and I moved on, but no, it went through. I'm in the pool. I was doing okay. Now I'm done. But I won the college football pool again 3 times, 5 years.
Yeah.
One time I was blackout drunk with Blaze at 2 a.m. I didn't want to do the pool, and we came home from the bar at Christmas. He's like, "You're doing it," and I was like, "All right." And I like was misspelling team names. Like, what was it? Like, it wasn't this, but like it was with Yukon, but I spelled Yukon like the Canadian province. Like I put a couple team names where I like wrote them as
so good.
the word, not like the abbreviation for their school on it. So that was that one. And then this year we were going into the final, and I'm like, if Miami wins, I was going to win the pool. If Indiana wins, I lose the pool. I get second.
Yeah.
And so I'm watching this game. I'm like, oh, and I'm just living and dying by the game. And then he throws a pick. And, the whole time my heart's up and down, as any degenerate gambler is. Miami loses. I'm just fucking dejected. I'm like, fuck this. Like this, I haven't shit NFL playoff betting, recent betting, everything. This sucks. And then the guy sends out the winner email a day later, 24 hours later. He's like, Fraser wins. I'm like, what? Because I guess, I didn't know it was with the spread, and I won somehow with the spread. So
Which is wild because the whole pool is with the spread, and it always has been. It's like you're so good at a pool that you never even want to be in. So I've decided that come spring, I'm entering you into a baseball pool, whether you like it or not.
Yes.
Whenever you don't want to be in something, you
Yeah,
are.
we're doing good.
The wild thing was the middle year when you didn't win, you actually put a little bit of time into it, and you got like an astonishing 13 games in a row wrong or something. Remember that? You're just like,
Yeah.
he's like, I think I'm at 13 or 14 in a row wrong. And then both years around it, you win the tournament, but you actually don't care. It's so weird. So
Yeah, not great.
more things you hate or not don't want to do. That's where you need to bet. Don't bet
Where I'm interested.
I think you know where you're talking about.
Kind of like the Vikings. I mean, to your point, I think I'm whatever I do, the Vikings do the opposite. They'll win when I think they're going to lose. They'll lose and win.
Sure.
Yeah.
Bet them next year.
Another
pick.
Yeah. Another bet, actually, we'll finish on the betting, but I had the LeVay parlay, and I had some where it was Texas Tech, Patriots, Vikings, some where Texas Tech, Patriots, Vikings, Chiefs. And after the Chiefs were wiped out, I was like, it's done. And the Vikings were wiped out mid-season. So I was like for over their win totals, the Vikings had no chance. I was like, fuck, I just lost. I had a good chunk of money on all those parlays.
Yeah.
End of the season, the Vikings won that last game against the Packers. I was like, wait, what? Did the Vikings just get 9 wins? Are you fucking kidding me? And then I checked. Sure enough, huge Texas Tech, Patriots, Vikings parlay all hit. And so that was nice. Whenever I don't pay attention.
Chiefs.
I did some with Chiefs, and then
Sweet. Love the winners.
Yeah, and I think we talked about it. How crazy is it that the one team that fucked up the major bet was Kansas City Chiefs? Like, that would have been the one you circle.
No. I think we were talking about that. So let's pick like a parlay with 2 or 3 division winners, and every single one we tied to like the Chiefs and the Bills.
Yeah,
the Chiefs and the Bills and the Ravens, and it was like, okay. Yeah. Then none of them won their division.
That's what I want to do in our recap, which we'll add to the recap podcast at the end of the year. But our big thing, or at least my big thing that I said in our first podcast, the betting podcast, bet the house on individually the Bills to win the division, the Chiefs to win the division, the Ravens to win the division, and the Eagles to win the division. Because for sure, 2 are going to win, so at least you break even. And worst case, surely 3 win.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I hope no one listened to us.
1 for yikes.
But all right, well, going through my notes, we can jump into some more NFL. Another little thing I want, can we make it for records of yardages and stuff? They need to always say it's a 17-game record. So Myles Garrett has a 17-game record, and it's only said that way. And whoever before him, the Giants guy, has a 16-team record. Like, this is crazy that they're saying, oh, they're now hold the record. No, you don't. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know it's wild to think that, because the other sports used to do it, right? Like, the other sports be like, oh, that was in a 154 game season of baseball, or hockey used to be a little bit less, and I don't know why they don't in the NFL.
And it's not a slight. It's not a slight. Myles Garrett's like, I'm the 17-game record, and if he beat it in 16 games, then he can tell everyone, I'm the record holder. I hold the 16 and the 17-game belt.
Yeah.
But now it's just the records don't mean anything, because soon there's going to be 18 games. And I was thinking about, can you imagine the NBA moved to 6 more games and LeBron broke all these records? That would cap it, because every fucking old person, old school, no, he didn't beat Jordan. He went 88 games and blah, blah, blah.
Too many games. Too many.
If Jordan did it, if LeBron broke with more games, heads would explode, so that'll be the cap. But they need to make it 17-game record and 18-game record, because this is stupid.
Well, hold on a second. Then LeBron does have the scoring records, doesn't he?
Yeah, but like in a season. In a season, though.
4 games.
Yeah, it's true.
Because the guy's a freaking
he did
cyborg and never is going to stop playing basketball. It's insane.
And he didn't do insider betting and quit the sport for a few years and pretend it was because of baseball.
He loved baseball. He loved baseball. Couldn't hit a curveball, though. Couldn't hit a curveball.
Well, let's get in. Where do you want to start with AFC? Your bread and butter, so we can talk a little bit of your playoff run and Josh Allen.
Oh, man. So Did you watch the press conference yesterday with the Bills?
No, but I read a little bit where the
Oh,
GM or the owner like was just sewered everyone.
yeah, everyone got some. Keon Coleman was at the top of the list, where they're just like, yeah, we don't
Hmm.
want this guy. Like, coach made us draft him, and it's like, you guys are a bunch of liars. That why their GM got promoted, I don't know. Like, yeah, Josh is out again, but like, he was throwing to dudes that were off the street 2 weeks ago, and
Mm.
their defense, their roster is just not that good. Their defense isn't that good. Their O line was really nice, I thought, but like,
Hmm.
and so they've got this guy who, you know, a lot of people consider one of the best players in the league, and don't, you know, and then they don't give him anything to throw to, and you know they try,
Hmm.
right? But and then so they fire the coach, and then they promote the GM. It doesn't add up to me, but yeah, apparently he's pissed too, like because
Josh Allen.
yeah, really wanted them to keep the coach, so.
Hmm.
It's gonna be interesting to see. I think they're just cursed, man. I think they're just the Bills
Yeah.
cursed. Like it's
Yeah, I mean McDermott didn't have one like I'm sure maybe some but I don't remember ever watching a game and being like, oh, that was bad coaching decision. You know, it seemed like
yeah,
it must have been something internal.
yeah. Like even the last game, they went back and forth. It's like, okay, well, what did he do wrong? Like his
Yeah.
quarterback fumbled the ball before half for no reason. Like why?
Hmm.
You know, that's completely on him. That's not on the coach. They had that controversial catch no catch interception thing. They had a couple of PI
Hmm.
calls. Josh missed another throw that should have been a first down.
Hmm.
Overtime. Like I don't understand why they're putting that on the coach. And the owner said it was because of the last game. Like, well, like I don't
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I don't understand what the guy did.
Yeah.
It's confusing, but I love it. Like, and I love it because fuck the Bills.
Yeah.
Right? They're in our division.
Yeah.
They have a chance. Like between when Tom retired and now Drake's there, they won 5 division titles and never won shit. So
Hmm.
I love it. Go back to being the
At least
Dolphins,
they're
Jets.
not like rude, right? Like I feel like Miami fans are annoying. Do you even know any
Yeah,
Bills fans? Like I feel like they're always pretty just
no,
like
I
happy,
do.
like
There's a
Bears.
couple of them. Yeah, they're fine. They're
Yeah.
a passionate bunch, but it's like,
Hmm.
like you guys were talking about how this was a whole new dynasty. Like, no, you need to win something to be a dynasty.
Yeah.
Just winning the division every year doesn't count. Like, have they been to the AFC Championship game? Maybe once.
I don't know. I mean, I'll do a quick Josh Allen rant, which I think he is the best player behind Mahomes. But yeah, I mean, 15 fumbles, 15 playoff games,
Yeah.
0-7 in overtime, 0-4 since the league changed the rules for him. But my favorite stat, he hasn't won an OT game since Michael B. Jordan cuffed him on the movie Sinners with his wife. So he's ever since
Oh,
that happened, he's been kind of like,
oh,
oh, yeah.
oh.
So I don't know.
So Michael B is maybe in the ire of
Yeah.
the mafia.
Exactly. Yeah. Could be
Huh.
Michael B. Jordan just having a little fun with his wife on the set of Sinners. But it was, I don't put that out there. I don't know people.
I thought maybe you're just thinking bad juju. I didn't think that you're like.
Oh, no. I said cucked.
Like,
I said he got
oh,
cucked.
I said cuffed.
Oh, no, no.
Oh, I thought there was like a scene where he actually like handcuffed him. Oh, you actually cucked him.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think so. I mean,
that's tough.
it'd be hard to say no to Michael B. Jordan. So I get it.
Yeah, right. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a it's interesting.
But,
I'm
yeah, but
happy. I'm happy you got the Josh stuff out of your chest. I know it's been wearing. I don't think that
exactly.
he's been getting roasted in the media, and it's
Now, yes. What? Well, and want to know what I think it is, Morgan? Now we talk about it, is just I don't think anyone should get roasted. Like I don't think Lamar should. I don't think Hurts should. I don't think Josh should. There was only one team wins a fucking championship. Like
yeah,
and sometimes he should have won. Hopefully this year because the path was easiest it's ever been for him. But it's just like shit happens. That call happens, which we're not going to remember. He should hit 2 throws. That's on him. But I just don't think we should be rushing to they can't get it done because Peyton, how long did it take for him? How old was he when he won his first one?
yeah, he's got to be about the same age as Josh. Like he was.
Yeah. Where it's funny, all it takes is to win one, and now like, oh yeah, Rogers is the GOAT, Breeze is the GOAT, like, oh, because they won one, where it's like they just got unlucky when, against Jordan, those fucking guys suck and they can't get it done. Like, I don't know, it's tough.
Yeah, they take a lot of heat, but they also take a lot of praise. They talk about how great
Hmm.
so people wear them. I don't know. It's like there's so much media now, and there's so much social media. There's like they all got to find something to talk about. And it
Yeah,
gets like it's like some we just sit back and just watch some football and enjoy it. Like the
yeah,
Caps have been incredible. Like outside of one game, they've been awesome. And like that first
hmm
weekend was nuts. Like just crazy football back and forth. Like, can't we just enjoy that and not worry about who's got to be the scapegoat all the time?
yeah. I mean, that's why I love listening to podcasts and like doing it because it's just like we actually have nice, calm discussions. Like I can't watch, I never watch ESPN anymore. I just don't want to hear people yell back and forth
Yeah,
about bullshit and like, oh, this, that. It's like that's just annoying. It's just the news now, right? And social media of let's say the most crazy thing, and versus I'd actually like to have a discussion about it and make it make sense.
totally. I did love the NFL Live episode last week when they did predictions, and there was all five Mina and Spears and the other loudmouth that I don't like, Orlovsky. And then, anyway, there's five of them, and all across the bottom, they all picked the Texans, and I was just like,
Ooh,
yes, because whenever that happens, man, it happens so often where everyone on the
mm,
panel picks one team, and it's just like, oh. So
yeah.
I'm hoping they all pick the Broncos this week.
Well, staying in the AFC East, we're on to the Patriots, I guess.
Yep.
We're doing one big question facing every team into the offseason. Once it's done, I guess the Patriots just keep on building on strengths, right? I mean, there's not
Yes.
too much of a conversation.
Yeah, if they can draft and sign free agents like they just did, they'll be fine. I mean, it's wild what they've done. And I said at the start of the year I'm expecting them to compete for like a playoff spot. I was thinking like 6, 7 seed. I'd been quite happy with that. So anything else is gravy. This is just awesome. Win or lose, I'm happy. And but I think we got a real shot at this thing, so they just got to keep doing it. And
You
just
kind of,
Vrabel happy. Like what Tennessee was thinking, I have no idea. Like that, it's one of
mm,
the most confusing coaching findings I've seen in the NFL in forever. So keep
mm,
him happy, and he seems to have his handle on everything else. So in Braves we trust.
mm. Yeah, and I mean, I kind of want the Patriots to win just from the storylines because, like, right now, if you
And for
guys
me,
win, everyone's gonna say, yeah, and for you, of course. And on the storylines, I was like, they couldn't, they barely won because, no Knicks, no Nico Collins, no, there's gonna be, you're gonna hear all the bullshit coming your
yeah,
way. So then next year is gonna be interesting because it'll be a storyline the whole year of, okay, now what can they do with a first place schedule and blah blah
yeah,
blah. And
totally.
it'll be good to get storylines.
Yeah. Totally, and I do want to touch on that because, and I just ignore it because to me it's like, hey, the top 14 teams made the playoffs and everything's hard in the playoffs and you're beating the playoff team. I
Mhm.
don't give a shit who's there.
Yeah.
But all the people that are going down that road, they're forgetting. Okay, well, Matt Stafford played a below 500 team in the first round and barely won with
hmm
Bryce Young at quarterback, and then
Yeah.
had to go to overtime to beat the Bears, who are not good. Their defense is like bottom third in the league, and now he
hmm
gets to play an injured Sam Darnold. And how come no one's mentioning any of that? They're just
Yeah.
saying.
No.
So it's like
Yeah.
they pick their
I
narrative
think.
and they stick with it, and especially you said like a place like ESPN, it's like they all kind of given a bit of a script and they got to follow it. But let's be consistent. If we're doing that, hey, let's say, hey, what's Stafford's path?
Yeah.
His path is the same. The path is the path, man. Like
Yeah.
everyone was saying, oh, okay, this should be the other Josh wins because
Mm.
Mahomes and Lamar and Burrow aren't in the playoffs. This should be it. Well, if he would have won, would they have said anything about the path?
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
I don't know. To me, they're winning
I'm
playoffs,
with you.
so I could care less. Like winning in the playoffs is not easy, and however they do it, it doesn't matter to me as long as they win.
Wait, yeah, and I think the Chiefs' first win, I think, was like they had a pretty simple path to
Yeah.
the Super Bowl, and I'm sure Brady, one of his, wasn't fucking the hardest route of all time either. So,
No. Or if you look
yeah.
at his other one, like the Mahomes one, I think was the Texan. Yeah, it was a fairly simple
Mm.
path. But or if you look at on the other end, Brady goes to Tampa with a brand new team, beats Rodgers and Breeze in their prime on the road, both of them, and then Mahomes wins
Mhm.
the Super Bowl. Like, and no one ever was like, "Oh my God, that's like the hardest runs ever." Do they really?
Hardest.
It's like, okay,
No.
well, like, let's just celebrate these teams that are winning playoff games and let them go. Like,
Mhm. And
that's
I'm
right.
sure it will. I'm sure it'll be a storyline to at the start, and then everyone will kind of,
Yeah,
or maybe not. I mean, you still get shit about what the Tuck rule, so maybe it'll just be you'll have a little asterisk on the Tuck rule, the asterisk on the easy
that
flip
was the
road.
rule at the time. That was the rule at the time, and it was called correctly.
But we can say on the Pats, so I mean, you've got what should be hopefully an easy game. I mean, Stidham's no slouch. I think I heard he's a top highest paid backup quarterback in the league.
Yeah, I
So I
don't
mean,
think
it's
there's
not
going
going
to
to
be
be a.
anything easy about it, to be honest. Like Peyton will have something drawn up. It's tough as a defense. You got no film to look at. The guy hasn't played in ages.
Mhm.
They're on the road. Their defense is nasty. Their D line is really good, and our O line is not really good. So
Mhm.
it's going to be a grind. I don't think there's going to be anything easy about it. And obviously, we're favored, and hopefully the way it turns out. But people that are saying it's easy are just not paying attention to the big picture.
Also, what I'd love to circle is I remember you and like Simmons and anyone who knows anything about the Patriots. The first podcast of the year about the Patriot season or second week, whatever it was, is you guys have no way to stop a pass game to the running back. I said that weirdly, but like your defense against a catching running back or receiving running back is shit. And then now you're going against Sean Payton and arguably one of the better fast pass catching running backs who's got like 8 touchdowns. And
It
so
has
that'll
gotten
be
better.
something to
It has
watch.
gotten better. We got a couple linebackers back, and we have gotten better there. So it's yeah, it should be okay. I'm a little more worried about the tight end this week, and I'm worried about their D line. Is what I'm worried about. It's like
Yeah.
because you saw like everyone's on Drake for fumbling 4 times. Well, 3 of them, he had one of the best defensive players in the league just swatting the ball right out of his hand from behind. Like
Mhm.
So I'm worried it could be more of that this week because Denver's D line is really good. So.
Mhm.
So that's more of the concern. I think our defense will figure some things out.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely a history, not just in the playoffs, but also the Super Bowl of a backup quarterback winning with a solid team.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Yeah, we know it well.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you see his tweet, by the way?
I heard about it. Yeah, I think
Hilarious. Yeah, hilarious. Good for him. He's got a good sense of humor. I hate him, but he's got a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too about history is we were 0-4 in the playoffs in Denver.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
See how that goes.
Yeah. Certainly nervous going in.
I mean, we can say the AFC East, the Jets. I mean, shit, who really cares? But I think they have set to tank, right? I mean, just continue to tank, and they got number 2 overall pick. They traded away a ton for Sauce and Quinn, or they got a ton for Quinnen and Sauce. So I mean, just screw up their loaded draft picks again somehow.
Yeah, they got a ton of draft picks in the next 2 years, and yeah, just keep the train rolling. Just keep blowing those picks, and just keep being the Jets, and everyone's happy.
Yeah,
Like it's
exactly.
easy. They're quick and easy. Same with the Dolphins. Like they're going to suck.
Yeah. Well, these Dolphins we can at least kind of look into a little bit. I think. Do you know how long Tua has left on his contract? Is it 2 years or has to be probably 2?
I think at least I was going to say 3 or 4.
But. 3, yeah. But I mean, I think so before they tanked for Tua. Now I think they need to tank from Tua. So it's like just lose games.
Yeah.
Once they finally have the Tua and the Tyreek contracts off the book, then hopefully in a year, no one's going to trade for Tua. That contract is brutal. So there's no way to get out of that.
Yeah.
Just try and shit the bed for a year or 2. Get one of this new quarterback class coming in. Even though Quinn Ewers could be good, but if you can get a stud grade, and Mike Tomlin is the coach. Tomlin taking a year or 2 off. Maybe they get him.
They just hired the guy. They just had the press conference this morning for Jeff Hafley, and you already fired him.
Oh, I didn't know that happened. So
it just happened.
Yeah, he's already gone.
It was actually quite interesting. It was on the NFL Network, and they had him and a new GM, and they looked like brothers. Like it was weird. I was like, did they just hire like twins to run their team? But I think you could change the word slightly because remember it was tank for Tua. And now it could almost be called tank using Tua. Like they should just.
That's what I said. Tank from Tua. Yeah.
I know you keep around, but no,
tank using them.
Let's go. Let's keep rolling them out there. It'd be good. Like maybe get the arch next year.
No, I mean that makes sense. It's he's definitely going to help sewer them, and maybe you see a guy die on the field at the same time.
Well, that's not that. I don't want that.
Well, we don't want that, but I mean it could happen.
But our buddy Benz is he's even contemplating a new team. He's had enough.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's gonna be sweet. I'm trying to offer him a spot on the bandwagon. We'll see if he takes it.
Yeah. Enough bins. Like you're not the only. I'm a Vikings fan. It sucks. But the difference between like Dolphins fans and like me or other fans, like him and Mike, just continue to say, defend Tua or like, just embrace it. They're still in like the the 7 stages of grief. Like I'm in level 20. They need to join me there. Like they're still in like the second one where you argue. Like, no, this is our year. No, this is our year.
This is our year.
Like, no, just fucking just settle it. It's so much nicer to be like, hopefully we'll do okay, but we're just a fucking piece of shit.
Oh, they're not going to like this one, especially because Bins keeps saying that we need to owe him an apology, and it's not.
Yeah. No, exactly. So Bins, so everyone knows that this is the official Bins hour or Bins moment.
Yeah.
Let me pull up his text. So I said he had the worst Guillotine League team to start this year. He was out first last year. He was out whatever before. He ends up winning this year, guys. And he circled this, he had bulletin board material of the Love A podcast.
Yeah.
And blah, blah, blah. But I want you to read, I'm going to read everyone what you said to me. He said, after you making fun of me about the league, I was going to say I'm fine, but then I somehow drafted 4 wide receivers in my first 6 picks. And you just continue to say that he's terrible and he wants more help. And yeah. So anyways, he even thought he was going to be terrible, but he ended up having like Puka and A-Chain out of the gate. So that'll really win a PPR league for most people.
Yeah, that helps. That helps. I know. It's pretty funny, but he's like, are we, he wants his apology, but what I haven't told you, since he's not getting that apology, and the simple reason is that he showed up for our fantasy draft, and then he drafted too many players, and which is a fine in our league, as you know. And then he got pissy and left and quit. And so we found someone to replace it, and then he didn't even pay his fees. Ooh. So there's no apology coming unless he wants to come on and issue us an apology, right? And league with like all of his good buddies in it. If that happens, then we'll consider the guillotine apology. But until that happens, I just don't see it.
Yeah, and I mean, even as I have the notes, if anything, I told him my exact words. He wanted to quit, and I was saying, he says, I said every inspirational champion story started out like this. Bins. This is my exact words, everyone. Really? Bins, don't give up. Every inspirational champion started like this. Yeah. So if anything, he owes me money from the win. Like, it's like, Fraser believed in me. He was like Rudy. I was like that little guy, the house cleaner, whatever he was. Just now keep on going, rooting him on. So
that sounds like at least 30%.
I think so. Yeah. If the woman in the new movie on Netflix, The Bid, got 20%, then which good show. Then I should get at least 20 or 30. It's brand new on Netflix. It's Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. Solid. It's a good show, cop show based on a true story.
Okay.
Yeah. Should we go NFC North?
Sure.
Questions for all teams. One question for all teams in NFC North. So with the Lions, was everything just about Ben? And without Ben, they're just the Lions. Because since he's left, he's gone on a trajectory and they've gone on a trajectory. And because right now their coach, I don't know, he's a good raw guy, but he's an idiot in terms of decision making, I think.
So, like, I think that's too simple. I think they've been a team that's been crushed by injuries the last 2 years. Even without Ben, for a lot of the years, through 15 weeks, they were the number 1 offense in the league still. So, I'm hesitant to say that it's just that's all it. I think that's maybe part of it. Obviously, like he's proven that he can coach a little bit himself. So, but yeah, like the magic that Dan Campbell had of I just fucking never punt and going for it all the time. Like eventually, that's gonna come around, right? And
a little dog, little Groot.
Yes, Groot's upset because we're house sitting right now, and Andy won't play with him, so he's over there, Come here. Stop being a baby.
Yeah. Groot time. But yeah, you were saying, so the Lions, Dan Campbell just going for it all the time. Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy. Groot corner. Good boy.
He was having a nice nap, and then now he's like, he wants to just play with somebody, so.
Yeah.
That's my thought on the Lions. I just don't think it's that easy. I think they just had a lot of things go wrong. Their offensive line was just not what it was, and that was, they went from having a top 2 offensive line in the league to not, and you're going to struggle.
Yeah. Going into the Vikings, my Vikings. this goes against everything I believe in, especially we talk about those Tampa Bay, like how they drafted a wide receiver when they had wide receivers.
Yeah.
But I think if someone slips to the second or late first and we trade back or whatever it is, or third, I'm okay with grabbing a quarterback just in case. One, because JJ can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
But two, we're not sure he's it. And I mean, we need to get this thing going now. Justin Jefferson isn't going to stay around forever, as nice and kind and saying all the right things as he has been. I mean, he's just getting fucking left out to dry a little bit. So I don't know. I don't want to pay money for a free agent unless it's a little like a Mac Jones and give him like a Baker contract, just something. But if we go out and fucking spend tons of money on a Kirk Cousins or even a Mac Jones, like I don't want any of that shit. So I don't know.
I totally disagree. I don't think you can draft him this year. I think you gotta find out. And he's been snake bit by injuries, but he's out there. The kid's got some tools, man. I think you got to find out. And I think you're on the right track with Mac Jones. Maybe you're shooting a little bit too high there. Maybe you have to go to someone a little bit less that is going to be better. But I don't know. I think if you go, that's a big asset, even a second to throw at quarterback again when it's really not class. Like I don't know. I think you need to give the kid another chance.
Well, and that's why, like, if someone fell and it was just an amazing value pick, I definitely wouldn't want to pick a second in a second. Like I'm saying, someone drops from the first because people are waiting on quarterbacks, and we somehow get whoever it is, the top three overall quarterback at pick 42, something like that. So but we need O-line help.
Fourth, maybe.
Yeah. Like if we can get this fucking O-line together, I mean, no one can survive or do anything behind that O-line. It's so bad.
Yeah, it is. But your defense is nasty, and I think you get most of them back, don't you?
Yeah, and hopefully Flores too. Although, I mean, our corners are always trash, and I think Harrison might be retiring, or he's definitely not the same old. He's still good. I mean, it's not great.
He's not getting.
But no. The Bears. No one was against Caleb Williams, number 1 overall, more than me.
Yeah.
And two of the greatest throws I've ever seen. But also, I feel like he's like a high-end Jameis Winston. Like Jameis Winston 7.0.
Yeah.
Not throwing maybe the pick six, but he's still just like...
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just... He's still young as well. But, I mean, he goes from being a superhero to like... he's interesting. He's going to be fascinating to watch. He's my favorite player to watch now. Maybe not favorite, but
really?
I love watching him. Maybe not favorite to watch, but the fact he dominates for a tiny window and then can't score a point for 3 quarters, he's going to be a great watch. There's Groot. Anyone watching on video? Hey, buddy.
There. All right.
Anyone who's only listening to audio has no idea what's going on.
I'm gonna.
We've got a dog.
I'm gonna go counterpoint on Caleb, not on his ability or talent or anything. Everyone's like, "Oh God, he made like the best fourth down throw ever 2 weeks ago." Which one? That one on the run, dropping it in between coverages. Last week, let's calm down. That looked like a Madden play. That literally is like how you played Madden when you were in high school.
Yes.
Take a snap, Randall Cunningham, or Dante Culpepper, run backwards and then just heave it up to Randy Moss. And what was that DB doing? Like that DB had money on the game. All of a sudden, he's charging towards the goal line.
It's like he had like a glitch, like a Madden glitch.
Exactly. It was I said it live. We were watching it live. I'm like, I was watching it with Stace, and I'm like, that guy just got the Madden glitch. Like he just got magneted and pulled up. Like, So it was awesome. I mean, it's a feat that physically not too many people can do. Like to be running backwards and back foot, throw it that far. But come on, like there was a dozen throws in the NFL better than that last week. But as far as true throws, like picking apart coverage, dropping it in between layers, and I'm not buying that one. The one before was incredible. Like the guy threw it, he was basically in the air, dropped it between. There's like one guy deep and then 3 guys underneath, and he dropped it. Like that's an incredible thing. This was just a Madden player, and I must lose my mind over it. And I was like, "What? Come on!" So I think he's shown in the last 2 months that he's got some talent. So
exciting to watch.
They're not good. Their defense, they got to just put all the resources there for a little while.
Yeah. Last team NFC, Green Pack or the FC North, the Packers.
Yeah.
They're such an odd team. It's like they're like good, but they're not. I don't know.
Yeah, no, there's something weird there. I like Love, but I like he what do you say? I don't know that he has it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you look at that game that they lost, he threw 4 touchdowns. Like he can run the offense and he can make the throws and he can do stuff, but it's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
when you need that play, he's not generally the guy who's kind of just pulling it out, right? Like that.
Yeah.
That's the sense that I get of him. That said, they also lost their best player on offense and on defense this year. So
Yeah.
Kraft was killing it. He was the best tight end in football for the first 6 weeks, and then losing Micah changed everything. But like that's just a game they got to win, and they didn't. And I think it's LaFleur too. Like they should have won that game. There's no way you can't get outscored 25-6 in the fourth quarter or whatever it is. Like
Yeah, that was brutal.
you have to win that game. So I think they got talent. I think they put together a good roster. They just don't have it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely.
That's my thought on them.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because now they'll have 3 or 4 stud wide receivers kind of all back, but it seems like 1 or 2 is always injured.
Yeah.
And they'll have Kraft back and they'll have Parsons. And so it could be a full season. They might be good again. But it just kind of seems like they're a nice 10-win team, higher, lower, and then
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah. They don't have that clutch gene, it seems.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. AFC West. I mean, start with the Chiefs. I think just stay the course. They draft your boy out of Notre Dame. Love a running back, and I can't wait for that.
God, no.
That will be so great. They have to. If he's there, they're taking him. 100%.
I don't know that he will be. I think he's that good. But
yeah.
No, please no. No.
Oh, yes.
They should look at tight end. Kelsey's done. They need a new tight end.
They do need a tight end.
You get Sadiq the Freak from Oregon. just leave Love alone.
But yeah, so I guess just retool. Some other offensive line is always still terrible, so kind of build on that. I never want to see, was it Juwan Taylor? I never want to see him ever again.
Yeah, they need to fix that. The kid they had at left tackle until he got hurt, he was doing a nice job, and they got some pieces.
Yeah,
center's awesome, and Smith awesome. So yeah, they need a right tackle.
Yeah,
they'd be far better served doing that than to take running back. But
yeah. Oh, we haven't talked about this, but like since the Chiefs went to shit, but I'm nervous because Brady never had this. Like football, any sport is all mental, or giant part is mental, and it's like Brady and Mahomes. They had there's a minute left. You're fucking losing. Like, sorry, you're losing. It's done. Like it's already written. That's in everyone's heads. Mahomes knew it. Brady knew it. And this stretch is like, I don't know. I think I'm not saying it's lost, but if you put a 10%, 20% hope in a person, 30, maybe it's 50% hope now. Or before it was like 5% hope. Like we're fucked. So I think that's gonna, if you lose that kind of magic, that's it's a big brother mentality. Like, no, I'm gonna kick the shit out of you. I think that's gonna be giant. So I don't like that.
Yeah, that is a big one, and it's yeah. I don't know. It just seemed like for as much as everything last year went their way in all those tight games, this year it just didn't. And yeah, I don't know what it was. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I think it's like Kelsey was just his guy for so long, and Kelsey still has those plays that he can pull out of his hat, but it's just not always there. Where before he just always knew, okay, well, 3rd and 6, I'm just throwing it to Kelsey. He's going to figure it out. We're going to get and so I think it's just that's not operating at the 90% clip. So that's going to probably mess with his mind. So
yeah. No, absolutely. All right. So Vegas, I mean, we talked about Mendoza. It seems like he should go there. That'll be, if he is good.
Yeah.
Genty, Bowers. I mean,
offensive line, man. They need to fix that. Pieces on defense too. They just need to stockpile players over and over again. The draft up, right? Like they got to find 3 starters and 4 starters in the draft, and they got the most money. They got 110 million in cap space. So makes you wonder if it's going to be he kind of steps in more, and if that helps. Like he obviously knows everything about football, but does he know how to build build a roster.
Hmm.
Um, I think it's easy for him to sit back and build a roster like this is what worked for us, and it's like, okay, well, that was with you playing quarterback.
Yeah,
Like
that's the thing. Like,
you can't build the roster from that mindset because it was unique and there's not anyone else like you. So,
yeah,
yeah, he's kind of
look at Michael Jordan as an owner. Like, it's not been good.
yeah. Well, no, you just got to get the guy that this guard and this forward and this center because then they just go along. But yeah, but you're not out there, MJ. Like,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it's hard. Like, it's hard for them to change that mindset.
Yeah,
Or
no, absolutely.
like a perspective, like the perspective of how you went. Okay, well, yeah, it was easier for the Patriots to have like no name receivers and really good solid guards when you have him at quarterback. Like you can figure it out. But
And Bill Belichick, who at some point was a genius on
yeah,
defense, calling the scrubs and
yeah,
Patriot way.
exactly. Now you've got what you have with the Raiders roster, and you just need to make the roster better. That's all there is to it.
Yeah,
They're going to have their guy, that quarterback, and hopefully he turns out the Hulkster.
yeah.
There's a Hulkster.
Yes. Look at it. How do you Fernando Hulkster,
I know. I was thinking that
Fernalkster,
too. Fernando.
Hulkendoza? Yeah, Fernando Mania. Oh, that works.
Yes.
Did you watch the was it on Amazon Prime? But where Brady owns a soccer team in Birmingham. Have you watched that
No, I
yet?
haven't seen that yet.
He's kind of an asshole. I mean, like an actual
Oh,
I
yeah.
think he might be like an actual asshole, which like I'm fine him being like during in the game, like he wants to win, but like he's kind of like rude-ish. It's kind of interesting. Like
He's
I'm
pretty
sure he
blunt.
seems nice.
He's pretty blunt.
Yeah.
Listen to his next time you're pulling up a pod. Listen to when he was on Spit and Chicklets,
Hmm.
the big hockey pod. He was onto that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just very matter of fact. And he's even talking about business, like the no bull, and
Yeah.
and he's just like he's blunt. He doesn't take excuses.
Mhm.
You're not going to bullshit him. So I can see how he maybe came across like that.
Yeah. There's one scene he had to go to like the pub because it's in England and new owner, exciting, and meet all the fans and like he was telling like his assistant, like, look, I don't like doing this. Like, I don't want to have to touch anyone, kind of thing. Like, I don't want to rub shoulders with these people or be talked to by anyone. Like, which is completely fair. I get it, but it was just I wouldn't if I know I'm mic'd up. I'm not going to say that per se. Like,
Maybe not, but I think that's just who he is. He's like, yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah, yeah. But it's soccer-ish, but it's mostly on him, so it's pretty interesting. And they mix in a little bit of it's cool.
So is he in the league? Is his team in the same league as JJ Watt's team?
I think better. He was. I don't watch there's the top division in England, and him and Ryan Reynolds' team are always in 2-3, and I
Okay.
purposely don't follow because I want to watch the show to see how they do and if they progress. Like Ryan Reynolds' team has gone up 2 or 3 times, but I never actually watched because I want to like see it, live in the show,
Right.
so not live at all.
Okay.
But yeah, so they're in the top. I think they're better than JJ Watt's team, but
this is Burnley.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. I don't think JJ Watt's a major owner like Brady is.
I don't know. They
No, I
talk
think
about when he's like they talk about that team on Matthew when he's on once a week and they talk about.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's like a part small owner. There's no way he could afford Burnley, like especially JJ Watt isn't Tom Brady. Like that Burnley's team is worth fucking a lot of money. So
Oh, yeah, okay.
I assume he's a part owner, but I don't think he's like as much as Brady and Ryan Reynolds are invested. Is what I would guess. But yeah. Onto the Chargers. Again, I think no one should be hated on, but I just want Herbert to get as much abuse as Lamar and Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Great tools, can't get it done, but I guess just keep on building on your strength. Keep on going. They're a good team.
They have 2 of the best tackles in the world, and
Mm-hmm.
so they got to get them. I know them Caprio from Miami as their OC. So,
which is weird. Can we talk about like I've watched that team more than anyone, just out of spite of my best friend.
yeah,
I just think he's a gimmick. Like he's so much of a gimmick, and I just don't. He gets people open and stuff, but I think it's a 3-trick pony. And one of those tricks is, oh, my running back gets 60-yard touchdowns, like,
Yeah.
or it's a short screen or short, 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 go long over top. I don't
So
know. I don't love it.
counterpoint, like you said, he designs good plays and gets people open. Well, now he's going to have
Mhm.
like a
Yeah.
quarterback to execute it.
Hmm.
I don't know. I think that part is interesting. Is I think
Hmm.
he had to tone his offense back as far as deep shots and that because they figured out
Maybe.
everyone figured out okay, Tua just can't throw at 40 yards, so
Hmm.
they make any throw. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a pretty good combination. The defense is really good. They can get those two
Hmm.
tackles back and just same thing, right? Just keep get a couple more key players. They still, you know, they got weapons on offense. The running back wasn't healthy, so yeah, I think it's just for them. They got to get those two guys back and then see what happens.
Yeah.
Harbaugh's going to figure it out, man. Harbaugh's a good coach.
Yeah. No, that's fair. I mean, we've got, what do we have? The NFC East left. We've got the NFC South, which we can talk about some other time. NFC West. Let's go to the NFC West. We at least talk about the Super Bowl and
Yeah,
conference games. The Niners. I mean, they look like half decent, right?
yeah.
I mean,
They battled. They just ran out of gas and got curb stomped. But
mhm,
their defense is not like sure
mhm,
they lost Bosa and Warner, but they got like their secondary sucks. They got that one rookie.
yeah.
He was a scrappy player, but he's not. They got nobody else really on defense that's setting the world on fire. So they need to speed
Mhm,
that up a little bit. And they're going to have holes in the offensive line too. Big Trent's not going to play forever. Like I'd be surprised if he even plays next year. He's banged up all the time. He's got like 37,
yeah.
whatever it is. So they're going to have some holes to fill. I think on both sides of in the trenches.
Hmm.
It's never a good place to be.
No, absolutely. The Cards, I think, to start from fresh, right? Like they just have to kind of start over. I don't. Kyler Murray gone.
Yeah,
I've never liked the ownership and GM side of it all. It's been a weird team living in Arizona. Like I think Kyler Murray has probably held them back for 6 years because he's kind of like the worst thing to have. Him and Tua. It's like they look good, but are they good? And you can't. And then you're just sold on it, right? You get
yeah.
fucked for 6, 7 years because you're like, oh, maybe next year, and then now you've wasted 7 years.
And now we know he's not good. Like he's
Hmm.
still under contract. So yeah, quarterback obviously for them is
Hmm.
I don't know that it's going to happen this year. So
Yeah.
the Cards are in such a tough spot because the three teams in the division, or two for sure, in the NFC title.
Yeah.
Just got beat last week, so they're in a bit of a pickle.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
let's talk. Yeah, let's talk Rams and Seahawks in terms of this game coming up, and I guess the future too. But
for the future.
ooh,
Is, is Stafford back?
yeah,
Gotta be getting
if he
closer,
wins the Super Bowl,
right?
yeah.
As for this year, I was at that crazy overtime game, the Thursday nighter, where those two teams just went back and forth. It was nuts. It was the craziest game I've ever been to.
Hmm.
You think about this week, the Niners had nobody who could even come close to Puka.
Jason. Oh yeah, Puka, sorry.
He was
Yeah.
he was just everywhere, and he just kept running in cuts, and they couldn't do anything about it. And they had
Mhm.
unless I don't know, they don't have anyone on their roster who can handle him, and that's not that a lot of teams do, but they could
Yeah.
him down, man. He went for 200 and some yards, so
Mhm.
they got to come up with some magic for that, or they could be looking at the same fate. But that said, that Seahawks team apparently has turned into an absolute wagon. Like their defense is nasty.
Mhm.
They're running the ball, but what happens if they don't run the ball? I think is a big question.
That's like that. I'm gonna keep on betting money. It didn't work out last week, but also
Yeah,
had nothing to do with Sam Darnold. But like I watched Sam Darnold 3 out of 4 games last year for the Vikings. He just folded, and also it wasn't his fault for all. Like our offensive line is never great, but still, like he did fine in all the other games. But when he doesn't have a great offensive line and great run game, and all the chips are down, I just don't believe in him. I've told you even when he was with the Vikings, he threw some balls that were just perfect, like
yeah.
stunning, great balls. Like
Oh, it was a nice ball.
exactly. But I mean, how many quarterbacks can do that? Like Kirk Cousins can do that. Jay Cutler can do that. Jared Goff can do that. But what happens when shit starts to break down and you don't have that anymore? I just don't
Yeah.
believe in it.
Yeah, I think it's a fascinating game because I'm with you. If you're, if I was coaching against them, I would. If you got a triple team JSN, do it. Just
Hmm.
do what you have to do and make their other receivers beat you because Cooper
Yeah.
Cup's still going to find a way, but he's not going to go for
Mhm.
100 yards. So,
No.
um, losing Charbonnet I think is big. Yeah, Walker's looked good, but he's never really proven that he can be like a 35 carry running back. So
Hmm.
losing Charbonnet is huge because he gets him a lot of tough yards and he's a really nice player. So like as much as
Yep.
I want Seahawks to win, obviously a bit of a go to games down there every once in a while. So I like the Seahawks, but yeah, they're gonna be in tough. I think it's gonna be a hell of a football game.
Yeah, I remember that you're talking about that Rams Seahawks game. We haven't been on since, but
Yeah,
I was in a fantasy football final or something like that, or whatever, and I didn't want the Rams to win, or like I was against Puka. That's what it was. Is it the guillotine? I think when I got knocked out,
right.
but Puka just went off, and I was like, I turned the game off in or like on that last play when Puka scored and ran in. I'm like, all right, they won.
Yeah,
It was overtime. I was like, all right. And
we're
then
overtime.
it took like the next day. I was like, wait, Seahawks have won. I didn't even. Yeah, what a wild game it must have
It
been to
was a
be at.
wild game. It was that weird 2-point conversion, and I mean, I hope for football fans everywhere that the game's half as exciting as it was last time those two teams played. And then we're all in
Yeah.
for Sunday night.
Yeah, and I got some other like small notes I want to go over on other things. We'll table the NFC East and AFC North for our next one. We'll go over teams, but
Perfect.
Super Bowl. If you didn't have the Patriots, who do you think wins?
Seahawks.
Seahawks, all right.
Yeah. And that could be a
Yeah.
hard pick too, but I think like they're going to be a tough. But like their defense right now is playing lights out, and
Mhm.
that was like I'm not convinced they're going to win this week even, but that was my instant heart pick because I could like see this.
Mhm. Yeah, I think I gotta go. I keep on calling him Sam Darnold. I was in my group chat that's everyone's I think is black. I called Matt Stafford, Sam Darnold, and they're like, "Did you mean the other ones?" Like, yeah, white people they all look the same. It's like,
You
am I
not like the
right?
one? Golly,
Yeah.
come on, boy.
But Matt Stafford. So I
Yeah,
think winning quarterback. It'll be interesting if he wins, even if he loses. I mean, but if he wins, I feel like that'd be a nice retire. Doesn't need to prove anything. I would just be Philip Rivers if I was him. If he wins, I would just be like, all right, I'm not gonna officially retire, but if you need me mid-season, give me a
yeah.
shout. But I'm not going through training camp. I'm not getting the shit beat out of me for 18 weeks.
He's going to need to get really busy to be Philip Rivers. He's like 8 kids behind, so he's got
Yeah, that's true.
a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah. Um,
So
any other?
whole thing on
Go ahead.
Stafford actually because we never got this up. What's your who got your MVP vote?
Oh, I don't know. That's such a because you hear obviously the Patriots had an easy schedule, but then the Rams played pretty bad defenses. But
Yeah,
I don't know. I think so. Here's not what I would do. Here's what I think will happen. And maybe is what should happen, but I think Sam Darnold deserves it as a lifetime achievement award, which it
Sam
sometimes
Darnold.
is.
Sam Darnold. Did you stop it? Other white guy.
Yeah. Matt Stafford deserved it as a lifetime achievement award, where I think the voters will be like, look, Drake May probably can win 3 or 4 of these, where Matt Stafford, this is the last shot, lifetime achievement. So I think that's the only reason he's going to win. That's what sets it above.
I sadly I think you're right, and I fucking hate it. That pisses me off. Lifetime achievement award. That's called the Hall of Fame. He's gonna get that. Okay, he's gonna get his lifetime achievement award in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That drives me crazy. And then when Brady said it, I wanted to fucking lose my mind. I almost burned all his jerseys. I was so mad.
See, I told you he's an asshole. He doesn't want anyone to be good aside from him. So he's like, no, Drake May is not me.
Yeah, he doesn't want anyone else leading the Patriots to the promised land.
Uh,
I don't know. To me, and I'm obviously even going to have a massively homer take on this, but I will say, since I was like 8 years old, and I remember someone talking about, I think it was the MVP NHL, like the Hart Trophy, and it was just
Mm.
comment was always that always stuck with me was if you take them away from their team, what happens? And I
Mm.
think it was about it might have even been like a Gretzky Lemieux thing where the Oilers had like everybody and Mario had like him, and it was like if you take Mario
Mm.
away, they literally have nothing. Or
Yeah.
even it now, like you take Crosby away from the Penguins, or you like if you take
Mm.
McDavid away from the Oilers, yeah,
McDavid.
Leon
Yeah.
Draisaitl is pretty fucking good. And so to me, like if Stafford had to play for the Patriots, he'd be in traction by week 8. Like with that,
Yeah.
he already has a bad back, and he would have got the shit beat out of him. And
Yeah.
if Drake May had Puka and Devontae Adams as receivers, like yeah,
Mm.
he might have put up as many touchdown passes. So I don't know. To me,
Yeah.
if it's truly most valuable, I actually don't think it's close. I actually think it should be May. But you're right; it's going to be about the stats and the
Yeah. So I
the
think I agree. I think Drake, especially with his legs, is also around. So I probably would have said Drake, but I think it's going to go to Stafford for that.
yeah. And Simmons always had the best point. He would get so mad about it, even thinking, but he's like, since when do we give the MVP to 5 or 6 seeds? And it's like, fuck, that's actually a valid point.
Yeah. Huge.
You're a wild card. You didn't win your division. Could have won your division.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't. You lost to this, you had a division, take all game basically in Seattle. I was at it. You didn't win. So, you played great.
And they played some shitty, didn't they? Like a couple of shitty teams he lost to.
Yeah.
I remember.
And, then the last week of the year, because after the 16th game, everyone's like, okay, yeah, Drake's got it because he had a huge win. And then Stafford lost their second game in a row to someone horseshit. Then he comes back out the next week and it's close at halftime with Arizona, who's not good. And then he throws like 3 touchdowns, garbage time in the second half, and it gets up to 40 times or whatever. It's like, oh, look at those.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, let's have a test here, please. I'm first to admit too, the last 2 weeks Drake got to play against my so it's it was that's not count all his stuff too, but
yeah.
To me, if you switch spots, I think it's not even close. So, that would be my vote. I'm fully expecting Stafford to win it.
Yeah. No, I think we agree on that one. Any other NFL before we go to TV show, movie to end it off?
No, I'm ready. Yeah, let's get to
Landman.
Oh, hold on. No, I do have one more.
Ooh.
And you're not going to love it. You're not going to love it because it's a boy that we've talked about here that we both have kind of liked. It was about this Stefanski thing. He got hired. Baker, if you his famous tweet about, oh yeah, coach, nice to meet you. It's like, hey, Baker, let's fucking calm down a little bit here. You just let the Carolina Panthers win your division at 8-9. You could have done twice in the last 3 weeks, and you could have taken care of business on your own. Like you've been for the since October, and I think he might be hurt. So we don't want to be too hard on him, but let's calm down a little bit with that. I can't wait to play you twice a year. Like, how about you worry about winning some games, man? Because like, there's no reason with the talent that the Buccaneers have, that they should let Carolina win that division. So I don't want to hear from Baker Mayfield.
I thought it was a weird out of left field. Like, why would you give? Like, you look like a bit of the asshole, Like you could have just been the I can't wait, privately or whatever. But now you putting the target on your back to be the weirdo.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. I thought,
no, that was a little weird.
I'm like, no, he's not. He's being a prick. And like, if he would have done something like that in September when he was like an MVP favorite, like, but now after he completely folded like a cheap tent the whole last half of the season, and
missed throws everywhere.
Yeah, like I don't want to hear from you right now. Like, go focus, get healthy, and let's see you next year. I don't like doing it because we're Baker fans and we're a pro Baker podcast. Is XT, Tech claims him.
Yeah, we do claim him. That's true. Actually, we could reel back the tape, but ever since I said Texas Tech has 2 of the MVP frontrunners in the NFL, I feel like they both just fucking went.
It didn't go well. It did not go
well. Rough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into Landman. I also have a Game of Thrones quick thing, but Game of Thrones. Have you watched the Dragon? Like the
House of the Dragon?
One before House of the Dragon. Have you watched season 2?
Yeah.
Oh, so I've finished season one. I've just started season two,
Okay.
and I'm way behind. But I just didn't like. So they went and killed like the one lost her son at the end of season one, so
Yeah.
she wants to kill the son in the starting of season two, and they're killing the grandson or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I just thought it was weird, like these two scrubs just walked through this castle, walked by people, no guards, in the height of a war. There's not guards for the grandson, and the mother of the kid doesn't yell for help as the kid's being killed. It was just such a bizarre, like these guys just walked in the castle, like through. It was like they walked past the king, and no one's like, "Hey, who are you? Why are you 10 feet
Well,
away from the
hold on though.
king?"
You're missing a big part of it. Is because he was the rat catcher, and there was
Yeah,
the
but
rat problem. So he'd been in there before, which is why he was the guy who was hired. So they're used to seeing
okay.
him in there,
You've seen him.
right? Like that's
Yeah.
why when the king hangs all the rat catchers, because that's the rouse that he used to get into the castle.
Because I just, yeah, I guess a little bit, but I still think there would be guards outside of the grandchildren's bedroom at all times. It was
Yeah.
just, I don't know. I
The
don't know.
funny
But
one
anyways,
was the mom. It was like, hey, if you scream, we're gonna kill all of you. And it's like, well, you're gonna fucking kill him anyway. Might as well scream.
yeah, especially like as she left the doorway, like
Yeah.
run and start screaming.
Yeah.
No, she just quietly walked for 5 minutes on screen
Yeah.
into Allison's bedroom and said they killed your grandson.
Yeah. While she's getting plowed by the guy who's supposed to be guarding the door.
Yes, maybe
Yeah.
that can be it all.
Yeah. That's the key one there. It's like the guy who's supposed to be watching out is nailing your bomb, and
Yeah,
that's kind of why it happened. But remember
that
too,
makes
the
sense.
daughter's kind of fucked up in the head, so like that's why she
Mm,
didn't react.
yeah, yeah, I
She's
guess
fucked up,
so.
but she's special because she's a seer as well. She can see like things that apparently
Couldn't see that.
she didn't see that episode. No, she missed that episode.
um, uh, well, yeah, Landman. So we can get into the final season-ending episode, but it's just like
Yeah.
it needs. I see there's a season 3 coming. No, just end it. Like there's a perfect ending. It was the last two. It was great. Don't try and make us watch another one and make more money
Yeah.
and just as shit.
I think
Or
I'm,
can't
I
match
think
it.
I'm with you because the middle of the season this year kind of went a little bit soft, and it was
Yeah.
and like I don't need to see Demi. Thanks for all your efforts earlier in your career. Decent Proposal, like some other great movies. Love Demi Moore.
Mm,
She's a pain in the ass in that, man. That's like there's nothing
mm,
your character again. She's like, you're fired. No, you're hired. Well, I don't work for you anymore. Like,
yeah.
I don't need any of that. Like, you're right. It ended the way it should have. Tommy got a win.
Mm.
Why was Ali Larder not at the last scene though? Could someone
Oh,
explain?
yeah, very interesting.
Like this,
Yeah.
the stripper was there, but like,
Yeah, Allie's not going to be happy.
like what can we? That one I need to know. I need to know why was she left out.
Mm,
But also, if we're talking Landman, we got to get into the mind of Taylor Sheridan because the second to last episode when he introduces the he she thing,
yeah.
like of course he knew that was going to cause a stir, right? Because he completely clowned
Mm,
the whole concept of
yeah.
like he knew exactly what that was going to do.
Yeah.
And then to flip it in the next episode and just be like, fuck
Mm,
all of you. I thought
that was nice.
I like absolute genius. Because I love
Mm,
second to last one. I just loved how like he basically just pointed out all the flaws. Like, okay, here, this is
yeah.
how opportunity. They want everybody to adjust to them, even though there's such a small percentage of the population. I won't get too far into it, but
Mm,
you get what I'm saying.
yeah.
And then it was an uproar, and people were mad, and everyone's upset with Michelle Randolph, and it was like
Mm,
all this drama came out, and then all of a sudden the next episode comes out, and you get to see, hey, they're both just being college kids and smart and working together, and
yeah.
kumbaya time, and just rammed it right
Yeah.
up with his ass, like awesome. Like it was
Yeah.
genius. And he 100% like he'd been saving that
Set it up.
right,
Yeah.
like 100%. It was almost like the backlash happened and that they redid the episode, which obviously they didn't do. But he knew that was going to happen. 100%, he knew that was going to happen. I love
And
it.
that's what I was wondering. Like, did they? Yeah, I guess they couldn't obviously redo it. It would just
No.
seem like, yeah, I guess he was playing poker.
Yeah, he really was, and he played on with everybody and exposed some things, and it was just like, oh man, the
Yeah.
balls and the creativity is very impressive. I'm with you. I don't see like where are they going to go with it? Like
Mm.
Cooper's going to still get dominated by his Latina wife, and obviously
Hmm.
we all know this.
Yeah.
With
Oh.
and Tommy's now indebted to the the cartel in Mexico. Like, what are they going to do?
Mm.
I'm with you.
Exactly.
End it there.
And he also saved because he kind of does what he always does, which I mean, to be fair, just plays on the world we live in. I mean, Baywatch was Baywatch because it was hot chicks running around. People
Yeah.
watched it. I mean, people, myself included, have sued Sheridan for being pretty anti women because he just puts them in a weird, sexualize them, but everyone does it. But, anyways,
Yeah.
again, he kind of turned the final season, the final episode on the head where the lawyer, I thought that was one of the best monologues in TV show recent history. That one in the jail. I was like, oh my God, like I had not chills, but I was like, Jesus Christ, this is incredible TV.
Well, it went back to when like she first. Everyone was like, "Okay, the lawyer is the best." For me, anyway. Like the second episode of
Mm,
the whole show when she just eviscerates the guys that the lawyer.
yeah,
And I was like, "Okay, we need more of that." And so
yeah.
saving it because she goes after those cops, and it was fucking just like
Mm.
Canadian girl too. By the way, apparently she's from Victoria.
Oh,
Yeah,
she looks like a Canadian attractive. Canadian attractive to me is always is like brunette, simple, but like beautiful, like truly earthly beautiful, or like American hot is Ali Larder and what's her name? The other
yeah,
one.
yeah.
That makes sense.
So yeah, that scene was awesome. That part too, though, like we're talking about some of the Game of Thrones things. I also am not convinced that like in small town Texas that someone would get the shit beat out of them and die because they were trying to rape a girl. That the police department would be all that hot to trot to get after the guy who killed him. That part,
Yeah,
he was like, I thought everyone would be more like Tommy, be like, what the fuck would you guys do if that was your daughter or your wife?
yeah.
You know what I
No,
mean?
definitely.
So I was like, okay, I didn't. That part I thought was a little strange, but I mean, getting
Yeah,
picky, especially
yeah. I get.
when he asked the cops when the kid is in there and he asked the cops and the one cop is like, if that was my daughter or my girlfriend, I'd shot the guy,
Mm,
but I wouldn't have
yeah,
done that and then beat him up afterwards. Like, okay, well, you just said you would have killed him. Like,
yeah.
you're going
Exactly.
hard after this guy. So I don't know. Part was all weird, but you
Mm,
can sense it happening too. As soon as they showed the surveillance video at the end of the season of the show before, I was like, oh no,
mm,
this guy's gonna.
yeah, exactly.
So it was
Well, yeah, and
interesting.
also, I mean, this guy's got a lot of money. The guy who got killed, and he's just gonna go rape a girl on TV in like the back alley. Like, I'm sure he can win another battle at some other point in his life. Like, I'm sure he's
Yeah.
not a good guy, but yeah, it was. But yeah, I mean, Taylor, you have what, 8 other shows? Just leave this one alone.
Yes.
Don't ruin it for people, and just go start another show. Something else,
Yeah.
please.
It's not. Is it not going to get better? Like Grandpa's going to die pretty soon, but he had a nice couple nights with his little stripper girl, right? So like,
Exactly.
I was we going to show him getting heartbroken now? Like, I mean, or
Yeah.
or having a jammer
Dead.
because he's had one too many Cialis. Like, what? Like,
Yeah.
fabulous. We don't need to see him again. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think we need to see any of it again. As much as I want to. Like, I love this. I like the show and the
Uh,
character. I'm with you. I
hmm.
don't know where he goes with it.
Also, why was what's his name so upset about his dad getting laid at the start? That was like a weird start of the conversation. Like, what,
Yeah.
you paid him to give him a hand job or a hand? What are you talking about?
It was. I think he was probably just more shocked. He's like, "Oh, fuck, are you
Yeah.
kidding me?" And I love that dad is like, "Hey, first of all, it's none of your fucking business, and second of
Yeah.
all,
Exactly.
yeah, it's none of your fucking business." Like,
Yeah.
so good to see him
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think good NFL. We got Super Bowl coming.
What are
We'll
your
have to,
predictions?
probably can do another one next week. I'm going Patriots and Rams, and then here's what's gonna happen: Patriots Rams Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Stafford's gonna win the MVP. Does
yeah,
it come out before the Super Bowl?
the week of, yeah,
And then May is gonna win the Super Bowl, and that's gonna be like, see, he should have won the MVP, or vice versa. But either way, whoever wins it, that's the storyline is they lose in the Super Bowl.
Okay. Yes.
Written down. Yeah.
All right.
All
Well,
the
I'm not thinking
storylines.
that far ahead. I'm one game at a time here. That's we're
Yeah.
so I'm just thinking about the Denver Broncos right now.
Yeah.
The boys pull it off again, keep doing what they're doing. Hope the defense plays like they have been. Drake doesn't fumble, and Ramonde's going to run a couple more to the house. So,
Yeah. And on to Denver. On to Denver. All right. Well, Fraser LeVay podcast, Uncle Blazo. We'll get one in the next week now that we've caught up.
Get that.
G Money. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Watch us on YouTube.